Let's talk about something real. If you're a young black or brown man, especially one who was always called the smart kid, you probably know what I'm about to say before I say it. You were told you were gifted. You were praised for being ahead of the curve. Maybe they called you a genius in school, or the one who was gonna make it out. But now, you're older. You feel stuck, isolated, like life's moving for everybody else and you're still standing still. You're smart, but somehow you're still lost. In today's episode of The Win Condition, we're breaking down why being the smart kid becomes a heavy ass burden and how you can take that weight off and actually live. This audio has subtitles, so turn them on and follow along. Take your time with this one. So, why does this happen? Why do so many gifted BIPOC men, Black, Latino, Indigenous, and Asians, grow up feeling disconnected? You're supposed to be the one with all the potential, but now, maybe you can't even start stuff, following through, or find your people. And the worst part, you can't explain it, because everything looks fine on the outside. You're still sharp, still capable, but inside, feels like you're watching life go by from behind some glass. Let's unpack that. When you're young, identity is simple. Like, I like basketball, I watch anime, I'm good at math. But if your identity got built around being smart, that's a double-edged sword. Because what people praise wasn't your effort, it was your effortless success. You were the one who didn't have to try, and that praise felt good until it didn't. Because over time, you start to believe, if I'm smart, things should always be easy. But what happens when it isn't easy? What happens when life hits different? College, work, dating, bills, identity, race, and mental health. Now that the gifted kid label feels like a setup. You avoid raising your hand unless you're 100% sure. You don't try new things because you might not be the best at it. You don't want to look dumb, so you stick to what you already know. That's how your world starts to shrink. And while your peers are out there learning by doing, trying, failing, and growing, you're stuck protecting a fragile image. And that image is lonely. Connection doesn't come from being impressive. It comes from shared struggle, from trying new things, from showing up even when it's awkward or cringe. But if you're always sitting it out, afraid to fail, you miss out on belonging. And that's when a dangerous mindset creeps in. I don't relate to the people because I'm too smart. I'm just different. Nah, bro, that's not depth. That's defensive arrogance. It's not that you're above others, it's that you're scared of being seen, of being vulnerable, of not having it all together. And if nobody sees the real you, how can anyone connect with you? So now, how do we heal this? Here's the truth. You've got to let go of the smart kid identity. Not because you're not intelligent, but because basing your worth on it is killing your growth. If your self-esteem only comes from being the best, you'll never take the risk needed to evolve. You'll keep playing it safe, and safe gets lonely. So instead, ask this. What will help me grow? Not what will make me look smart. Try something new and suck at it. Take that art class, bomb that open mic, mess up your first podcast. Show up for basketball run even if you aren't hooping like you used to. That's real courage. Because your value isn't in being the smart one. Your value is being human, messy, curious, and still learning. If any of this hit home, if you saw yourself in any of this, drop a comment. Let me know what stood out. You're not the only one, and saying it out loud might just be the first real step out of the loop. You don't have to carry this alone anymore. You don't have to be the smartest guy in the room to belong in it. You just have to show up as you are. This is Win Condition. Take care of your mind, and I'll see you on the next one.